Hello everyone, welcome to Chelsea Sport Focus. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of breaking news. Let's get started.
Enzo Fernandez almost experienced a moment he would rather forget, but instead it became part of a night Chelsea supporters will remember for years. The Argentine midfielder sent Stamford Bridge into absolute chaos with a dramatic stoppage time winner against West Ham, completing a sensational 3-2 comeback and lifting the Blues into the Champions League places. Chelsea looked dead and buried at half-time. West Ham, under Nuno Espirito Santo, had stunned the home crowd by racing into a 2-goal lead through Jared Bowen and Crysencio Somerville. The Hammers were full of confidence, disciplined without the ball and ruthless on the counter, leaving Chelsea staring at a damaging defeat just days after their Champions League heroics in Naples. Liam Rosenior, however, changed the course of the match with bold substitutions at the break. João Pedro, surprisingly left on the bench despite scoring twice against Napoli, was introduced immediately and transformed Chelsea's attack. His movement, intensity and directness unsettled West Ham's defence, and it was no surprise when he pulled a goal back shortly after the restart. Momentum swung decisively when Marc Cucurella, another substitute, drove home the equaliser with just over 20 minutes remaining. Stamford Bridge erupted, sensing a famous turnaround, and West Ham began to lose their composure as Chelsea poured forward relentlessly in search of a winner. That winner arrived deep into injury time, and it was Enzo Fernandez who delivered the decisive moment. After intelligent build-up play, João Pedro slipped the ball into his path, and Fernandez finished with composure and conviction to spark scenes of total bedlam in West London. What followed was pure emotion. Fernandez sprinted toward the supporters, roaring in celebration, tearing his shirt off as he leapt and bounced in front of the crowd. In the heat of the moment, he tugged down on his shorts while celebrating, coming dangerously close to a wardrobe malfunction that would have overshadowed his heroics. His underwear shifted, but thankfully stayed just in place, sparing both the midfielder and the television audience an awkward incident. Instead, the moment became a symbol of Fernandez's raw passion and connection with the Chelsea faithful. Shirtless, tattooed and screaming with joy, he embodied everything supporters want to see from a player wearing blue. The relief was evident as he continued celebrating, seemingly unaware of how close he came to an entirely different kind of viral moment. The drama did not end with the goal. Tensions boiled over immediately after full time as players from both sides became embroiled in a mass confrontation. Adama Traore's shove on Cucurella ignited chaos, drawing almost every player on the pitch into the melee. The ugliest moment came when West Ham defender Jean-Claire Todibo lost control and grabbed João Pedro by the throat, pinning him against the advertising boards. Referee Anthony Taylor, following a VAR review, showed Todibo a straight red card, condemning the act as violent conduct. Commentating on the incident, Gary Neville described it as shocking, remarking that Todibo appeared to have both hands around Pedro's neck in an indefensible moment of rage. Amid all the madness, Fernandez's goal carried added significance. It came on the 3rd anniversary of his Chelsea signing from Benfica, a transfer that symbolised the beginning of the Blueco era. The winner was also his 150th appearance for the club, further cementing his status as one of the leaders in this evolving Chelsea side. The victory lifted Chelsea into 4th place and strengthened belief that Rosenior's methods are taking hold. The comeback showcased resilience, tactical bravery, and a renewed fighting spirit that has been increasingly evident in recent weeks. Off the pitch, Fernandez's importance continues to grow. His representatives are reportedly pushing for improved contract terms, alongside Levi Colwill and Moises Caicedo, following their strong performances. Interest from clubs such as Paris Saint-Germain has been noted, but Fernandez has repeatedly demonstrated his commitment to Chelsea, endearing himself to supporters with both words and actions. On a night filled with goals, controversy and raw emotion, Enzo Fernandez stood at the centre of it all. He avoided embarrassment by the narrowest of margins, but delivered glory when it mattered most, turning potential disaster into one of the most unforgettable moments of Chelsea's season. Fabrizio Romano has once again delivered a "here we go" that has left Chelsea supporters divided, confirming that highly rated young defender Aaron Anselmino will spend the remainder of the season on loan at Strasbourg. The move brings another unexpected twist to Chelsea's already chaotic January window and raises fresh questions about the club's long-term planning under Blueco. Anselmino joined Chelsea from Boca Juniors in the summer of 2024 amid considerable excitement, with many inside the club viewing him as one of South America's most promising young centre-backs. The Argentine made his senior debut for Chelsea during the Club World Cup, a moment that seemed to signal the beginning of a carefully managed pathway into the first team. Instead, his journey has taken several sharp turns in a very short space of time. At the start of the current season, Chelsea decided that Anselmino's development would be best served by a loan move to Borussia Dortmund. The Bundesliga side has a strong reputation for nurturing young talent, and early signs suggested the plan was working. Despite suffering injury setbacks, Anselmino impressed when fit, showing composure on the ball, aggression in duels, and an ability to read the game beyond his years. However, Chelsea made the surprise decision to recall the 20-year-old midway through the season. Footage and reports from Germany suggested the move was emotionally difficult for the player, with Anselmino seen in tears as he said goodbye to his Dortmund teammates. At the time, many assumed the recall meant Chelsea intended to integrate him into the first-team squad, especially with defensive depth becoming an increasing concern. That assumption proved to be wide of the mark. Chelsea's internal plan was reportedly to redirect Anselmino to Strasbourg, their sister club within the Blueco ownership model, as a replacement for Mamadou Sarr. Initially, the Argentine defender was said to be reluctant about the switch, having just settled into life in Germany and hoping for clarity about his role at Stamford Bridge. Now, Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that the deal is done. Taking to social media, the transfer expert revealed that Anselmino will join Strasbourg on loan until the end of the season, with Chelsea viewing the League One side as the best solution for his immediate development. Romano made it clear that a return to Dortmund was never on the table, despite the player's positive spell there, and that Strasbourg was always Chelsea's preferred destination once circumstances aligned. From a sporting perspective, the move could offer Anselmino regular minutes in a competitive league, something Chelsea cannot currently guarantee. Strasbourg's style of play and the demands of League One may help toughen the defender and broaden his tactical education. Yet the controversy surrounding the transfer stems less from the destination and more from the broader handling of the player. Chelsea supporters have grown increasingly frustrated with what they see as instability in the club's loan strategy. Recalling a player from a successful environment only to send him elsewhere